cultural destination. And here is your host, Esther J. Thomas.
Welcome to another edition of Island Riddims. Of course, I'm your host, Esther Thomas. And tonight, Esther is never lost for words, but tonight she is. I've interviewed the likes of Muhammad Ali, spent time with people such as Aretha Franklin and different people. And tonight I'm lost for words because sitting next to me is the forefather, the founder, the icon, the world-renowned Mr. Beres Hammond. Welcome to Hartford, and I know this is not your first time in Hartford, but I'm so pleased to have this conversation with you tonight, and I've waited. The only thing that I've waited for the past 2 years was for this. So I'm pretty excited that I'm I'm pretty excited that I'm having the opportunity to speak with you this evening. There's so many things I have to ask and so many questions I know that my Caribbean colleagues as well as, people from all over the world would like to know about you. Now, I know, I've read so much about you. I understand that you started in 1972. Is that correct? Or
somewhere around there, 72, 73 could have been. I'm not even sure. It's been such a long time.
Now, before you became a solo artist, what were you doing before then?
School.
Going to school.
Yeah, I was in school, and actually, while I was in school, I was doing that amateur talent series, something like that. So the transition from school to being on stage was sort of a smooth one. Before I knew it, I was already deeply involved in music.
Okay, now I know you were born. Everybody knows you were born in Jamaica, but where in Jamaica were you born?
St. Mary.
St. Mary. So we're clearing that myth up.
I live in a community called Anatolia.
And after living in Jamaica for so long and making a name for yourself there, did you move? You moved to the United States and moved to where?
No. Through all these years, I stayed in my roots, always Jamaica. For a moment, maybe for about 3 years, I was sort of in and out of Jamaica to New York. For just 3 weeks here, 4 weeks there, so on, so on, so on. So until about 1990, I decided to stay with the roots for a moment and seriously look at my accomplishments, take it from there again.
Now, the thing that I want to know most about you is where do you come up with the lyrics for all your songs?
From you.
The lyrics of your songs.
No, it's from the people in the street, man. It's people because what happened to me is that I want to think that I live a very simple life. I want to regard myself as a member of the common people. And common does not necessarily mean no good. Common is the finest set of people in the world. Common people are the people who make everything happen, the 9 to 5 people and all these kind of people. Now when you make yourself available to everybody's lifestyle, the common people lifestyle, you learn a lot of things every single day. So making a song, you don't necessarily have to go to the hills to meditate. It's right there in the streets.
What is your experience about lipstick upon your, that song that you sing? And I'm thinking, did he have that experience? Yeah. Was lipstick on his shirt when he got home? Did he have to come up with an excuse, spending time with Robin Hood? How did you come up with that? Was that from some past experience that you had in your life?
Every single song is experience, but they don't necessarily happen to me, just happen around me. Quite a bit of them happen to me because I'm a man, right? And and I'm in the music business, so you're sort of open to all kinds of situations. So I get a few of the experiences myself, but like I said, friends and people around, you just see things happen and interesting,
Now, I got a lot of emails. Everybody wants me to ask this question. This is It's not for my personal, but I'm going to ask you because everybody wants to know, and it's my job to bring that to the people. Are you married?
Yeah. Do you?
In my dreams. That's awesome. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up for the public today so that everybody knows that. So now everybody's going to they're going to call me Mrs. Hammond, and that's going to be okay with you.
That's all right with me.
I'm going to go home and practice, when you're in school, and that you practice how to write. I'm going to practice
you
how
see
to write.
with marriage now, I don't think I totally understand the meaning of marriage. I understand that two people getting together and you try to make a life. But getting married in church and then later on you end up in court. I think there's something wrong about it. You probably should get married in court and then you end up in church. And things like that kind of bothers me a little bit. So I still have a family.
And believing in family and having a family is a wonderful thing.
We're happy.
So let me ask you another question, though. How about your children? You have children. Are they involved in the music industry?
One of my daughters, I have 6 kids. 3 girls, 3 boys. One of my daughters, she's responsible for the title track of my new CD, Moment in Time. She's the one who actually made the rhythm. So yes, she's involved. I got a son. He's in the radio business. So he plays around the place, DJ for the other ones are kind of a little bit, so they're not ready to say what they want to do yet. But I think they all have this touch of music in them.
It's in their blood. It runs through their veins.
Yes.
They kind of don't have a choice.
I think so, but I'm not the kind of daddy who would force them to retire. I think they're little people and they need to decide for themselves what they want to do. But if and when I see the interest, like they're showing some form of interest in going to them, yes, I'm always going to be there for them.
That's absolutely awesome. Now, how do you, I see your performance, you have so much energy on stage, and I know that you're on a tour, you have to keep your energy. How do you stay so refreshed and bring that energy to the people every single time that I see you?
Well, that's a hell of a question. I'm not sure if I have the answer, because I just pray every day. I pray every day, because even for the story, it's kind of too tight. 6 shows a week and 5 sometimes, and then when you get a day off, the day off is usually driving, so that's not really a day off, because as soon as you finish a drive, you're on stage again. I think it's just blessing, man.
And I consider it a blessing too, because in your actions, in performing, I can see that it's in your heart. This music is in you, and it's something that you enjoy doing, and you love doing.
I love doing it.
You have a passion for it. Your interaction with the people, it's just really awesome. And I must say that I am so happy that I had the opportunity.
I thank you for all the nice words that you.
Well, I'm glad I had the opportunity to actually sit here and have this conversation with you. If you could do a collaboration with anybody, any singer,
personally,
right now, who would it be?
I never really gave much thought to it, but I always like doing collaborations. I always like doing. For a while, I had always wanted to do a song with Paddy LaBelle. And before Luther Van just died, I think this would have been lovely.
That would have been a killer.
But
right
then there are much more out there, singers from the 70s and the 60s, because I really love that kind of vibe.
And so your inspiration sort of comes from around that era.
Yes. I grew up on the late 60s, 70s music.
So Otis Redding, maybe?
Yes, no, maybe about it. Otis Redding, Sam Cooke, people like those. Marvin Gaye, yeah, Michael B. Aretha Franklin. I totally did a song, and I called out quite a few of the names that made me really wanted to do this. So.
Now I know that you've toured all over. What's probably besides Jamaica? What's probably your favorite place to be in when it's not home?
You're talking performing?
Performing or just relaxing, just on vacation?
Just relaxing. Gosh, the world is so beautiful, sweetheart. It's hard to pinpoint to one place because as a Jamaican, there's so much places in Jamaica that I've never been to. And each time I go to one of the new places, I said to myself, so why is the first time coming here? I should have been here a long time. And then you go down to the islands, then you go to Barbados, then you go to Trinidad, then you go to St. Martin, then you go to St. Vincent. And the place is just beautiful. Then you go to Europe, and when you go up into places like Switzerland, it's like breathtaking. And right here in the United States, if you travel like me on the countrysides while touring, we have some awesome views, different places. So the whole world is sort of, I want to think it's my backyard, you know, as far as it's concerned. I'd like to do vacation everywhere.
And you know, the world is our oyster.
The world is beautiful.
It is a beautiful, beautiful place that we live
Beautiful world. We just have to understand that and just deal with that, you know, and try to tone down a little bit on our little egos and everything, and no violence.
Because
you know, allow us to go through airport without being hassled and all that things. A little bit less hassle. Make us feel the need to want to know the world.
Now, when you're home and you're having a meal, what would be your favorite thing to eat?
Wow. I'm a person who love a lot of fish.
So many things.
Yeah, I love fish and I'm rundown.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I love rundown.
So how do you like your rundown? With saltfish or mackerel?
No mackerel.
Saltfish.
Yeah, the saltfish I just like straight up. As long as it's rundown with some breadfruit tonight, roast breadfruit. It's pram. Alright, nice one, you know. But fish is usually my kind of meal. I eat them like 7 days a week.
That's awesome. It's healthy for you. You get a lot of vitamin D, vitamin E, all
I wasn't even checking on the vitamins and the this and that. I just love fish.
You just love eating fish.
Yeah,
I like fish too. I'm a seafood type of person.
Yeah.
Now, your CD is called A Moment in Time.
A Moment in Time.
Now, when can we expect that out on the market?
I would have wanted it to be out here while I'm touring. But my distributors, my company who we work with, VP, they keep promising me that it will be out maybe before the tour ends. But nevertheless, I try to do maybe 1 or 2 songs from the CD while I'm on this tour, you know. So I do hope it will be out probably next week, this coming week. You might not have the CD physically, but electronically you will be able to access it.
Okay. So for those of us who want to stay close to Mr. Hammond, of course we can, Google him. You get a lot of information because I did that, and I got tons of information. Of course, you're with VP Records, so you can go to their website also.
Yeah, you can.
And get their information. I promised myself to definitely put you on
my
my
thing
iPod.
is Harmony House.
Harmony House music.
Yes.
Okay, and you do have www.harmonyhouse.
That's right.
So we will definitely check you out there. Okay, and just before I close, again, I want to tell you, just awesome. I'm glad that you actually came into Hartford again. Because, some people consider us a bee city, but there are those of us who just, we couldn't wait for you to come in here and do it again.
Hartford, man. Love Hartford all the time. I always have a great love for Hartford.
Well, we appreciate you coming by and spending some time with us.
Yeah.
And I don't know when I'm going to be able to get the smile off of my face. I'll probably be smiling next year when you guys see me again. But once again, it's just an honor to have you here with us.
Yeah, and thank you so much for inviting me.
And I'm glad that you stopped by. I'm really, really happy that you stopped by.
Thank you.
Okay, and next for you, it will be what, Boston?
Yes, and I'm looking forward to seeing you there too.
Okay, well, I'm going to try.
Because I love to see you in the crowd. You give me a vibe, you know?
Yeah, I had such a wonderful time tonight. I enjoyed myself, and I'm pretty sure all my Caribbean sisters did the same.
Yes.
And we look forward to spending more musical time
we had
with
a
Beres.
wonderful time tonight.
Okay. Once again, this has been another edition of Island Riddims. I'm your blushing host tonight, Esther Thomas, and with me, none other than the icon, Mr. Beres Hammond.
Everyone inside is like family. I see no space coming around it. Every night it is it to rock it tonight to kill. Kill up my rest and practice and jump up around. Love the lives that you play. Oh, that is a kind of price is some more. And you play some more. If you never knock it up, pull it up, come again. And you play some more. And you play some more. Scary and no one names tell you. Them know everything we have done. Now go run to me in Americana. I go to the retreat, dead and in line. Everywhere I look, connected like a skin can. I see no sign to the road. Every mountain is here, driving tonight to the kill. To the way jump up, put on the lights that you made, and you play some more, and you play some more. Oh, you see the bunch, I see the bunch, you need a bunch of again. So can I your place to some more? So can I your place to some more? Oh, yeah. So you wanna play, you feel like you wanna play. Play on, play on, play on. Don't let me stop you now. some more? If you never jack it ever, put it ever come again now. Can you play some more? Can you play some more? Won't you just pull out the bands that you're playing? Can you play some more? Can you play some more?
There was a time when the music, when all reggae music was beautiful. Can you remember? 1970s, the 80s. Yes. When you had Peter Cushing, my man, next time, one second. Yes. It was beautiful then.
Thank you for watching Island Riddims with your host, Esther J. Thomas. Join us next time for your Caribbean cultural destination on Island Riddims.